Right then, mate, I think it's time to put ourselves out of our misery. I have purposely not looked at the vote results because I'm kind of dreading it, but I'm hoping everyone at home recognised what we've achieved here, how much we love it here. I love Norway, I love Viking, what we've done with this club on a little budget, what we could do in the Europa League. Surely they're going to have sensed that and seen that, and it's going to be a landslide victory to stay here. Plus it's the place where your bollock's buried. It's in the back garden, isn't it? It's got a little gravestone. Here lies CCPO's left bollock. We can't leave that, can we? They'll know that. So come on. Give us the results. Why'd you look like that? 34% what? Voted to stay, which means, 66% of the voters said go. I'm not gonna lie, a little disappointed. Right, I think it's time then to hand in our resignation again and go and try and find another freaking job.
5 months later.
Mate, I hope you've called me in here with some good news, because I am sick of having interviews. It's been months and months and months and months, and I swear to God I don't know what it is. Have I got too old? We resigned too many times? But my God, I thought I'd be walking at a job after job. That's what we've been doing for years. I've been for 5 jobs in Switzerland, 2 in Portugal, went for 3 in Greece, 1 in Denmark, 2 in Sweden. I even went for 1 in Iceland, and instantly I'm always the favourite. Oh, the fans are loving it. Not got a single one. Every one I've had an interview and got turned back. I even went for a lot of African national teams after the African Cup of Nations. Didn't get any of them either. I mean, I was desperate. That's why I went for that last interview. Is that the interview? They've offered me the job in a 2nd tier league. Christ, I mean, we've never managed there. But is this what's it's come to, man? All the trophies. And this is where it could end. Wow, well, let's pack our bags and let's get going. Bye-bye, Norway. Hello. Bonnie, Scotland. Yes, we are off to the ancestral home of my grandfather. A place I know very, very well. And for the first time ever in 4 years of doing the road to anywhere, Britain. We are going to Britain. Never managed here because I was trying to avoid it. But needs must, and that is exactly what happened. I genuinely went for many, many jobs. I didn't resign at first, but teams won't pay the compensation, so I had to resign. I had loads of interviews. First one was with young boys in Switzerland, who I was the instant favourite for. Interview, didn't get it. That started a snowball effect in Switzerland. They were just hiring other managers, so jobs become available. I went for St. Gallen, I think one at Servette, I think they called. I went for one that were in their 2nd tier. Didn't get any of them. Not one, right? Then it started to look elsewhere where I haven't been. Portugal, a couple of jobs there. Greece, a couple of jobs there. Went for one in Iceland, didn't get that, which was crazy because that league is turd. Denmark, Sweden, couldn't get any jobs. African Cup of Nations, that was early in the year. Teams started getting knocked out. Jobs started becoming available. Went for them, didn't get any of them. Egypt, South Africa, I think Nigeria, none of them. And I'm panicking, right? And then as the season ended, got towards the summer, a couple of jobs came up in Scotland, both in the 2nd tier. The first one was Ayr United, brilliant. If you know me, it's where my family came from, my dad's side, the Grahams. Did a whole series with them many years ago, loved it. I would have done that. Went for the interview, instant favourite, didn't get it, panicking. Proper panicking. And then this job came up. And I was just expecting the same because I've been spending all day on it, a long time doing it. The wife was laughing her head off at me. And I'll be honest, I was worried. I thought, this is ruined. I'm too old, resigned too much. I just couldn't get a job. I've been walking into jobs whenever I wanted them, laughing about it. Went for the interview. Of course I got it. This was a wake-up call. So where did he end up? I am the new manager of the championship team, Queen of the South, which is a localish team to where my family come from. It's quite close to the English border. They've got a rivalry with Ayr, which is pretty cool. From Dumfries, they play at Palmerston Park, which looks like a poor man's Edgeley Park, no offence. Now I know I have a lot of Scottish viewers, some great viewers, great subscribers. Hopefully this isn't a team you hate. Maybe you don't care about them too much. Now I don't know much about the history. I know they're not the biggest team, just got a cool name. but it's going to be a challenge. And I do like lower level Scottish football when you've got no money. Looking at the history over the course of the Road to Anywhere, I mean, they've been in League One, they've come in and out, they've had good stints in the Championship, gone back down, come up, come back down, and then had another big second stint in the Championship, and then they've gone back down again, gone up, gone down. A bit of a yo-yo team between the Championship and League One. But last year they didn't do too bad, but you know, managers moved on. I've come in with my style, and I think I can always be successful, and I really want to be, to prove all those teams that have just said, "Boo, you're too old. You've resigned too many times. You've had questionable things with the media." Where does that come from? Because I don't speak to them. Yeah, I want to prove everyone wrong and do well. So like I said, we play at Palmerston Park in Dumfries. Nearly 8,500. It just reminds me of a worn down Edgeley Park, what Edgeley Park used to look like until it's had a lot of upgrades and spruce ups over the recent years. But apparently it's a poor stadium, but it's got character. I like a stadium with character. We've got adequate corporate facilities, average training, average youth. I'm not expecting anything more. Apparently our training ground, it says, is the Broadwood Stadium in Cumbernauld. Is that how you say it? We're trying to research is Clyde Stadium, which is amazing. I won't mind that as our stadium. It's brilliant. That can't be true. Let me know if you know. Let's look at their history, and they've got a couple of trust trophies, 6 League One titles, shows you what kind of club they are, and they did win the Championship once. Many moons ago, Christ on a bike in 1950/51. So of course it's a little league, and I've always thought, why don't they turn the 4 leagues into 2? I'm a big fan of that. I think it'd make it great, wouldn't it? Just have 2 big divisions like they do in other countries, instead of the 4 little ones. I don't know why they don't. Let me know if you're Scottish what you think. If you're not Scottish, what do you think? But there's Sam Leons. He got the air job. But yeah, now these are the odds. Favourites to go down, right? We're there. They're the 2 jobs that are available, or the ones that I went for. And that's a lot of bullshit, because we have got some good players. And I was going to sell 2 of my good young players, make a little bit of money, stick it all into the wages, and just go out there and flesh out this team with free signings, because that's all I could do. And in my Air United series years ago, that's all I did. Built them over the years, just every year rebuilding squads on a free, and I do love that. But I managed to pick up some good players, which I'm going to show you eventually. And we are better than that. I mean, that is utter bollocks. But this is Scotland as well. There's many a trophy to go for. So, you know, they want to reach the promotion playoffs. Favourites to go down, but they want to get in the playoffs. Gotta love it, haven't you? Scottish Cup, of course. The Premier Sports Cup, which has got a group stage early on in the season, as you can see. And the SPFL Trust Trophy. That used to be the Iron Brew Trophy, because it's still got the Iron Brew logo. So yeah, tons to go for. But this was my squad. This is it, by the way. I thought, oh wait, I'll just check the under 18s, see who I've got, can give a chance to. Oh shit, yeah, I've got none. Nothing. That was it. That was it, right? But like I said, there's a couple of lads here that I knew could sell. Bring in a few £100,000, push that money in, and I'd just flesh out, I'd get a full first team squad with freebies. I wanted to sort the squad out first, so I left it. Now, the only person I want allowed to sack was director of football. I had to agree to that in the interview, and I do try my best to sort it out. I never get to expand it, but we do fill things out, and I will show you that later. But it's never going to be perfect, but not yet anyway. I will get there. Trust me, I will. So I've now jumped forward to the 1st of August. This is my first team squad now. I brought in 8 players, all on a free. We were quite good going forward. I just looked for the best players I had any kind of knowledge on that were free. But at this level, you can do things like this, and I still think you can be successful. And I've got a well-rounded team here. Got 2 players in every position, so I was ready to go. Now, a few issues. My goalkeeper, Ross Gold, is pretty good. He's going to be leaving on a free transfer. He don't want to stay. There's a couple of other lads who will leave who don't play, who aren't very good. So there'll be some adjusting again next year, but I do love that. Each year's a challenge of a club like this, especially when you've got tons of money. So I'm going to show you possibly my best players. I can't show you them all because some of them are bang average, but Got some good players now. Ben Kidd is a very good player. He's going to play most of the season out on the right-hand side. Scottish, 30 years old. This kid's going to be my main striker. He's rapid. And pace in this kind of level is what you want. Trust me, the kid is amazing. Bell is a guy I picked up, who I think, for 19, is from Northern Ireland. But this team is absolutely world class. We've got Pat Kinnear over here on the left. So, you know, this is what we're playing with. Mr. Briney in the middle. Fagan as well. I mean, he's English, 25 years old. If we go to the back, start with a goalkeeper, show you Ross Gould. I think he's a decent keeper, but it's something I'm going to have to address next season. Defenders, we've got Gallagher here who can play at left back as well. Greenby, to bring in a few. There is one lad I brought in, Greenby, who I've just shown you, who does leave at the end of the season. I'm going to be honest with you, he don't play a ton. I got him in because he looked good, because I had a bit of knowledge on him from Norway. But yeah, he'll be leaving. He signed a 1-year deal, but I'm okay with that. I like messing about. But that's pretty much it. You're looking at that standard of player I've got here. But I love my tactic. I'm going to be using both of them as well at various points throughout the season. I believe in it. Once I can get some kind of staff together, which at this moment in time I've not, I really think we could do well. Definitely challenge getting them playoff spots. Now, the season is just about to start, but we were in Group E and you play this before the season starts of the Premier Sports Cup, and I won every game apart from one against Hamilton, who went on to win the group. They beat me 3-1 away, but we did win our other 3 games, scoring a ton of goals. 4-1, 5-2 and 8-2. I'm just going to show you this kid, Joel Pasotti, a player I signed for 400 grand, I think it was, because I'd just come from Argentina, and I had knowledge. I picked him up. He did really well for me. They did sell him once I left. They've sold loads. They sell loads, and then about 20 million in the bank, Viking. They end up spending like 26 million, so they do spend that money. I'm happy for him. 6.5 million they got for him, and he looks good now, doesn't he? Already, and the kid just gets better. I mean, I looked at him at the end of the season. He looks like an absolute worldie. So yeah, well chuffed for him. So here we go. I had a long season of play, and I had to get through it because I felt like I was behind. Taking all that time to try and find a job, and we've got a lot of tournaments to play, a lot of football to play. But it's good, it's a standard league, isn't it? With your playoffs and your promotion. And I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get stuck in. And look who my first game was against. Ayr United, a team I love very much, a rival of ours. Couldn't wait for that one. So here we are now. It's the 2nd of January, about the halfway point of the season in the Championship. And I'm 4 points clear at the top. Lost 4, drawn 2. So see, Longworth. Technicals aren't great, but he's rapid, scores a ton of goals. Ben Kidd, my right winger, done really well. O'Brien, one of the lads I brought in on a free, just took a punt on. He's not only the best defender, but the best player in the league. Happy days, you never know how they're going to work out. But yeah, top of the league. It was mint. Because I felt like I wasted the entire day. Playing this was just great fun, because I just wanted to get stuck in and get playing again. And I love my tactics, and I've used them both. Against some of the bigger teams in the league away, I've switched to a more defensive style, and it's worked sometimes. So we've done all right. As you know, we're top of the league, and these are the results in the league so far. 2 wins, great. Then we got beat off Falkirk. I used to have a Falkirk shirt as a kid, and you know, it was a bit sketchy, but we had good patches like that where we won loads of games. Then it went a bit sketchy again, and no reason. I've not really struggled with injuries or fitness or anything. I've been going through it and everything, to be fair. But yeah, it's good. We're top of the league, and if we can stay up there, at least competing, at least with a chance of promotion, I'd be happy. On to the Premier Sports Cup, and we got Queen's Park in the 2nd round. We beat them in extra time. Look at that, 4-1. Loads of people turned up for that one. Look at that, on them late goals. And we came up against Hamilton, who were the only team to beat me in the group, although we did play well, I'd say. Went to penalties. And we lost. Onto the SPFL Trust Trophy. Started in the 2nd round, beat Morton 3-0. Then beat Forfar 3-0. And then again, against a good team-ish, Inverness 1-1. Lost on penalties. We need to practice those pengers, don't we? But at this point, we're still in the big one, the Scottish Cup. I've beaten Lossiemouth. That's an actual team. Anyway, we've got St Johnstone though in the 4th round. How far can we get into that, really? Realistically, probably not far, but we'll give it our best shot. So here's my staff at this moment. Like I said, I do get an extra physio in at some point. I think I get a 5th coach in towards the end as well. It's hard. I mean, I've only got, 1 scout at the minute? Yeah. Yeah, this is an annoying part of it for me because you know what I feel about my staff. I do like to do well in it, but for some reason, there's a lot out there. But like when you're in South America or Asia, there's a lot of good ones who want next to nothing wage-wise. Not here though. They all want big money. There's a squad with all the new players still highlighted. It's arranged by average rating. You can see Mr. O'Brien at centre half has been next level brilliant. And one thing a lot of these lads wanted was minimum fees, but I was able to take that out of the contract. So no one's going to leave on a minimum fee that I don't want to leave. I'm good about the goalkeeper because I quite like him. I'm worried I've looked and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get anything as good. But you never know. We'll see what happens. Things could change. Like Grimby, he's injured, but he's also going. He's only played a few times, to be fair. So he is going to be leaving. Like I said, there's a few others, future leaving. A lot of these guys will leave whose contract's coming towards the end. But all the main guys will be staying. And as you can see, the top 4 players here. Defender, that's my AMC, Jonathan Bell, the Northern Irish lad. Kinnear, the left winger. He's my striker. Kid's down here, but I'm sure he gets a bit better. Still scoring a lot of goals, though. If he changed to goals, look at that. Striker, right winger, left winger. Doing really, really well. And, you know, I love this game. And I know I can do well in it. So if I can get this team out of this league, that'd be brilliant. But the Premiership, that'd be a different ball game, that wouldn't it? So how did the Scottish Cup go? Well, we got all the way to the quarterfinals, which I was so proud of. We beat St Johnstone 4-0. Then we beat Montrose. The Duke of Montrose was a Graham. Apparently a relative of mine, I'm told. 5-1. And then we got Celtic. But they only beat us 2-1. The mighty Celtic. And we were in it for a bit. So I'm really chuffed with that. That's not a bad loss. But we've come back here now on the 26th of March because the game I just played against Rafe, that 3-1 victory, was a game that clinched me the title. 15 points clear. God, do I believe in my tactic. I love it. I know it can be boring, I suppose, but I've never been a tactic guy. I like having a way of playing and sticking to it. The game is a game. You play it how you want to play it. You have fun with the game, and I have fun with this tactic. So I'm hoping I can transfer it, both of them, onto FM23 because you've been able to do that last couple of years. Because the tactics I'm using in this one, I was using on FM21. That's how I roll. So I've reversed the dates and we've got 5 games left to play and the title is wrapped up, which is amazing. But you can just see that run there. Look at that run in the new year. Undefeated in 2044, just win after win. It's just like you're in your groove, you're just getting in that groove. Beating teams like Dundee because they're the big team. Big team. So I was really happy with that. I mean, you play everyone 4 times, don't you? Because it's a little league. And I'm going to have to play them in the last game of the season, which will be away from home and today's live con. So here we are now at the end of the season, about to play Dundee away from home. Dougie Black's watching. I don't know if he's still watching. Been a legend of this channel as a supportive subscriber for years. He's a Dundee fan. So hopefully we beat your boys. But yeah, champions, absolutely buzzing with that. Looks like the playoffs are locked in and they'll have a relegation guy come down, I think, won't they? Yes, they do. And if you're a Rangers fan, your team have won it. But I thought this would be a nice little moment to jump in and just see, because I know a lot of you are Scottish and the majority of you are either Rangers or Celtic. So who's been dominating the Premiership while we've been journeying around the world? Bit of a mix, isn't it, really? They both had the little patches. Celtic won 3 recently, but Rangers have just won 2 back to back. But back to that league, and we are promoted. So it's going to be interesting because, you know, I'm patching a team together and I'm probably going to have to do it again this summer, really. They're freebies, right? But that is fun and I can't wait for that challenge. And obviously we are not going to come up and win that league. Not a sniff. To win that league, I'd need years, I reckon. I'd need years, and even then it's tough to get past them top 2. But if we can get in and stay up, that'd be brilliant. If we never get into some kind of European football before the series ends, that would be amazing. And at the minute, they've got a Champions Cup path first qualifying round if you win. Next to go into the conference. It's all about the conference. What's going on with the Europa League? I don't get how it works, to be completely honest with you. But that's got to be the aim. At least try and get in there and make up for not playing in the Europa League and finishing my campaign with Viking, because 64% of you, lovely people, voted for me to leave. So as the season ended, these are my finances, and we've not done bad this year. I generated a bit of money. Like I said, I pushed it into the wages, and the wages we were overspending slightly the majority of the season, but we've just got the new budget in. So, I've only got 250 grand. And if some of these freebies, I might have to pay some kind of compensation. But I've got another 20 grand to play with in wages, which is a lot, and I've got a couple of guys leaving. There's some coming in already. So these are all the guys who are leaving. 4 of them. Going to give me 3.2 grand in wages to spend to add on to that. And then when it comes to the ins, I've only just got around because I nearly forgot to sign in all my youth players. I signed every single one from the youth intake. The best player we had was a 3-star. Nothing special at all. But I have found a couple of lads, if I can find them. This guy from Middlesbrough, who I think could be brilliant for us at this level. It's only 21 years old. He's coming in on a free. And there's someone else, there's surely somebody else. This guy from Sheffield United, a defensive midfielder, I think, central midfielder, who again, for us and at this kind of level, should be good. Before we get into the game though, let's have a look at the winners of the Cups. The SPFL Trust Trophy was won by Queen's Park. Should have done that really. I'd like to have picked up a trophy. Premier Sports Cup was won by Rangers, who got Hamilton in the final, the team winning the group. The team that knocked us out. Obviously Rangers steamrolled them 4-0. And then the Scottish Cup, can Rangers do a treble, a major treble, domestic treble? They've got Hibs in the final. I'll have to try and remember to see who wins that. So here we go, away at Dundee, obviously not on the telly, it's pissing down with rain, as expected. Weather's awesome in Scotland. But we're in our pink kit, which is our 3rd kit. And I'll be honest with you, we're playing that way more than our away kit. We're playing that pink kit a lot, which I love. I do love a pink kit. We had some great saves with teams in pink. But yeah, we've done well against these. I mean, the first game against them, they were above us in the league and I went defensive and we beat them 1-0 away, I think. They have beaten us. We've beaten them as well in another game. So, can we do it again? We should do it again. I mean, the title's over. You never know how your team's going to play, but it's been brilliant. Like I said, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've kind of fell in here out of desperation for a job, going for absolutely everything, and genuinely was worried. I had a proper conversation with the wife thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to have to end the series or say I'm sorry that another vote said leave, but I can't get a job. I'm going to have to stay at Viking, but I got this job. And you know what? It's worked out brilliantly because I like this little challenge, because this probably will be the last club of the series. We're weeks away now, aren't we, from FM23, so I'm going to wrap this up in style hopefully and try and achieve as much as we can with this tiny little team. But yeah, Kinnear, he wants to bring him off because he was the only player who said he was carrying a little bit of a knock, but that is my best team out on that pitch and I wanted that front three because they can be very, very dangerous. Come on, let's get a goal. End of the first half, got 3 minutes of extra time. What can the boys do? Brown to O'Brien, best player in the league. Here he is, Bell, cracking player, Northern Irish lad. I'm expecting bids for that kid. Oh man, I thought I was going in. Here he is, Kinnear, finds Warner. Go on lad, whip it, just whip it in the box. Passes it to Fagan, he whips it in, kid. What's he going to do? We're putting this pressure on, but we're wasting it. Can we get anything from this? We're trying. Oh. So it's half time here in Dundee. We've been doing alright. We should have scored then though. To be honest with you, that pressure at the end, should have capitalised. So I am filming this in sections throughout the day because the wife's home. It's bank holiday Monday now. It's Queen's funeral today. Both my kids are home because of bank holiday. You might have been able to hear them at points. So I've been doing it in sections where normally I just film it in one go. Anytime I've got a minute of silence, I try and jump in here and film, and then obviously while I'm going to try and edit it, I'll watch the funeral of Her Majesty. But the second half's a bit flat. Let's make some changes. So I've made 2 changes. Watt's come on, and I've changed the central midfielder as well. Oh, go on. I've switched to attacking, and I'm also going to demand some more. And I'll tell you what though, amount of times we've been a bit flat. It's been a bit of a draw. And I've switched to attacking and they've responded. I mean, there was a game, I can't remember the exact team, but I know it was 2-2. It was quite a close game. I think it was away from home as well. I just remember making a change and they got that 10 men. Go attacking and we just went at him. I think we won it 4-2. So come on boys, let's nick a goal. But I've got things to do here, you know. I've got 2 good players coming in, I think, for a club like us. I'm hoping to find more. I just wanted to let it settle, maybe get the true finances. Oh, get in, see, Ben Kid. What a player. Striker that can cover on the right and has done a fantastic job on that right wing. I can't wait. Got my pad ready. I have actually just purchased my new pad. Don't know if you got to see it. It might go blank with my green screen. That's my FM23 pad. But anyway, full time. 1-0. Happy days. I love this team already. Brilliant. So jump forward now to 22nd of May just so we can wrap this up properly. There's the final league table. You'll see Wraith got relegated and Ross County are the team that are going up. Partick Thistle and St Mirren are coming down. Obviously Rangers won the league by 20 points, which is pretty cool. And we're going to be playing Motherwell, Dunfermline, Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, Dundee United, Hamilton. Get revenge on them maybe. St Johnstone, Celtic, Rangers. I can't wait for next year. And Rangers are the team to beat. Domestic treble for the Gers. Bit gutted though. The young striker turned us down. But the midfielder hasn't. So I've got one player coming in. With the staff, it's got a little better. As you can see, it's expanded a little bit. Work to do again. That's obviously going to drop once we get in the Premier League. Can't wait though. Now I did win Norwegian Manager of the Year again. And I got that award after I'd left, which I thought was cool. I thought I might not get it because I'd left, but I did. But yeah, champions, another trophy, and I'm 7 games away from the Holy Grail of 1,000, which I wanted to do, so we'll achieve that in the next episode. And my job history now, look at that. I mean, wow. I mean, there you go. 6 managers in a month, I'll have that, and a league title. But next year's the challenge. I think finally a proper challenge. I've been really hungry for one for absolutely ages. Keeping a team like Queen of the South with only 200 grand to spend and 75 grand a week on wages to spend in the Premiership. Can I do it? Do you know what, mate? I will give you this place. This is lovely, isn't it? Lovely little Scottish house. Very impressed with it, and I'm very impressed with your work and our work this year. I can't wait for the challenge. You know what, mate? I was worried. All the months we spent in our old Norwegian gaff, stressing out all the job interviews, to fall into a job I thought I was going to be gutted by, to just thoroughly enjoy it. It's been great, hasn't it? I think this could be our greatest achievement, you know, trying to keep this club in the Scottish Premiership, going up against Rangers and Celtic. I cannot wait to play them away and experience that atmosphere. So hopefully, you know, everyone at home enjoyed, even the guys who were on my side and voted for me to stay. We're here now, aren't we? And this could be an excellent end to the road to anywhere. But it's not over yet. Good few seasons left, hopefully. Good challenge. And as always, to everyone at home, thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your view. It's the most important thing. You all contribute in your own way. And I appreciate every single freaking one of you. I'll see you next time.